All right, we are live. Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Draw, brought to you by NSC Live TV. As always, I'm joined by Mr. Rodney Fike. How are we doing, sir?
Hey. We're doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Looks like Ryan's in the house and has shared the video. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Good looking out, Ryan. Good looking out.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Cool.
So, it's Friday. It's TGIF. WandaVision. Let's see, we got WandaVision. We got why can't I think of the name of it? Raya the Last Dragon, which I'm probably butchering the name, Coming to America, and something else open today. I don't know. There's tons of stuff to watch on the TV this weekend.
There you go.
At some point, when finding some time, I will be checking out that Raya the Last Dragon.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. The video, the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer looks good. The cast on it looks pretty stellar. I mean it's Disney. It's not Pixar this time, right? I got that right?
I thought it was Pixar.
Maybe it is Pixar.
I could be wrong. That's been known to happen before.
I can't keep it straight anymore since they both started doing the 3D stuff.
Yeah. I just always equate Disney and Pixar as the same thing, but I guess they're not.
Yeah, they've got two animation houses running. Uh-oh. Producer A is going to give us the history lesson. Because, yes. Pixar started in two different locations. Pixar started at Lucasfilm. It actually was part of ILM for a short period of time.
Yes.
And then Disney Animation started at Disney. Imagine that. But, there was a lot of... what am I trying to say? There was a lot of okay, so it's Raya the Last Dragon is not Pixar. It's straight up Disney.
Okay.
But there was a lot of backstory for Pixar to get to where Pixar is. Jamie, yes, we can see your post. Danny's in the house.
I'm sorry.
So I was just gonna say I don't know what Jamie means. I mean, I saw the technical difficulty thing, but
he might have been referring to me this morning because I saw some of his posts after I was done streaming, and it sounded like he was making comments and I didn't see them. I'm guessing.
Andre was having a bunch of problems with that last week or earlier this week. I can't remember which. And it seems to be an issue going around.
Yeah, I had Danny D, Russell the Love Muscle, and Cassie was in this morning.
And Cassie's here tonight. She says poke.
Poke. Nudge,
Poking
nudge,
bear.
wink.
So yeah, we can see your comments. Can you all hear us?
Yeah. Are we speaking clearly?
Can you hear me now? We're coming through. I don't know. I keep having trouble where everybody's Facebook icon keeps showing up as a broken image.
Yeah, that's what that's been happening a lot.
There's got to be some sort of connectivity issue between StreamYard and Facebook is my guess. Cassie says, you are heard, oh wise creators. Look at her being super nice to us and calling us wise.
Hear that? She called us wise. We'll run with it. Just don't ask the producers to confirm that.
Yeah. We might not like the answers.
They hold the dirty truths. So is back to the Disney animation. Is this their first full-length digital?
Oh no. Trying to remember what their first one is. This is shoot. They got to be hitting double digits by now.
Really? I
Yeah,
guess I
because
always thought they were assumed they were all Pixar.
no, they did. Let's see. They did Big Hero 6, Tangled, Frozen 2, Wreck-It. Wait, is Wreck-It Ralph Pixar or Disney?
That's Pixar. I had no idea Frozen was not a Pixar movie.
Yep.
Jesus.
Coco. Onward's Pixar. I know, but we're talking straight up Disney. When you want something done right, you do it yourself. Which one? Zootopia was just Disney. Oh, wait, no, I don't want that. List of 3D Disney movies.
That is so. I've been existing on this planet for how many years now, thinking all that was Pixar. I am broken.
Chicken Little was their first one back in 2005.
Wow.
I'm not having much luck finding a list, but yeah, so it was like they did Chicken Little, they did wasn't Meet the Robinsons just Disney? So yeah, Meet the Robinsons.
What about the Groots?
What's that?
The Groots?
The Croods?
The Croods, yeah.
That is Fox.
I was gonna say, is that Fox or?
Yeah, it's is it? I think it's Chris Sanders did it. It's Chris Sanders who did Lilo and Stitch, but done over at Fox Studios, which now they own.
They own everything now, almost. Let's see. We're gonna go with
Wreck-It Ralph was Disney.
Really?
Yep. So Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I would have lost money on a bet there. Good thing I don't bet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Moana. Let's see. Warner's in the house. Long time no see.
What's up, Jalen?
Okay, and Raya is just Disney. So there is our confirmation. And I didn't catch all that list, but close enough. So yeah, so I know Chicken Little was like their first foray into them doing 3D animation. But I just saw something real quick when I was scrolling. It's like they did that one 3D, but they did Princess and the Frog 2D, and then they jumped back into the whole 3D thing. So got me. Being told they've gone back and forth. I'm just blanking on it.
I have never seen The Princess and the Frog. I hear it's pretty good.
I've not sat through and watched the whole thing beginning to end. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and encompassing that bits and pieces, I've probably seen the whole movie, but I've never actually taken the time to sit down and watch it. Steph says it's weird, and I don't know. I couldn't get into it as much.
Well, you're not an 8-year-old girl, so.
This is probably why. Steph didn't like the animation style and how they portrayed the voodoo magic.
How did they portray the voodoo magic?
That part I'll give you was a little weird. Basically, it makes one giant stereotype of New Orleans, the people of the bayou and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember hearing
it got some flack.
Yeah, backlash about all of that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I think the story's all right and whatnot, but just, I don't know, not quite my cup of tea. But I love Tangled.
That's one of the movies that I've seen bits and pieces of 100 times. I've never seen the whole movie, but I like what I've seen. I've liked it. Now, once again, I know it's for 8-year-old girls, but I thought it was pretty funny.
It's a lot of fun. Zachary Levi plays the I was gonna say prince, but he's not a prince. He plays the basically the thief that meets up and finds the princess. And I don't know, I dig everything Zachary Levi does. So
yeah,
that had me sold on it. But it's a fun story. It's a funny movie. It's got some good jokes in it.
Zach's got some jokes, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hey, guess what I'm doing since we're live?
I don't know. I can't see your hands. Refilling markers?
Does that give you a clue?
Gives me a clue or it gives me nightmares. I'm not sure which.
Let's go with a clue.
I don't know. I'm sure Russell's going to chime in here any minute now about Tammy calendars. The producers are already sending messages about it.
Tammy. We just should buy them in bulk and give them out as the coveted no prizes.
There you go. And Tina wanted a prize the other day.
Yeah, put them in the Kickstarter packets.
I can't be that mean to anybody. It would be really funny. But if we're going to do that, I think it should be good old Chunk and Nug calendars and stickers and postcards and beer koozies.
I'm down. I am down.
Coming soon. Chunk and Nug calendar Kickstarter 2022.
I am in training now.
I am too. I ate some McDonald's today.
Exactly. We had hoagies for dinner, so.
Yum.
Homemade steak cookies.
That sounds awesome. I think tomorrow our game plan is making some fajitas.
Sweet fajitas.
We've been talking about doing it since I think Monday, but we didn't have stuff here to do it, and it was like, well, we ended up making wings Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember which now, something like that, I made wings Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, I don't remember what I made now, but then I ended up making wings. And I was like, well, we got all the stuff for this. We'll wait till the weekend and we'll do fajitas.
So your wings, do you just buy wings and season them up, or how do you do it?
Yeah, usually you get the bag of frozen wings where it's I think they're a 3-pound bag or something like that.
Yeah.
Usually throw some seasoning on them, let them sit for a day or half a day at least. And then picked up the little trick from Alton Brown a few years ago where you steam them to get all the excess fat drained off. So you can throw them in a smoking hot oven, get them nice and crispy.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. It's slick. I've been following that recipe for years, and they're good. It's like you throw them in a steamer basket, or in this case, when I'm cooking the entire 3-pound bag, it's a couple steamer baskets. Steam them for depending on like how big they are and stuff, somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. Then you throw them on a sheet pan in the oven. Do them like I think like something like 20 minutes, and you flip them, do them another 20. Then throw whatever sauce you want on them.
Mm.
So the other night I did some sweet chili sauce.
Where are you getting a sweet chili sauce from?
I believe the bottle I got was at the Asian market.
Ooh.
It's the Thai sweet chili.
I like it already.
And Cassie chimed in with something Steph brought up the other night is make wings in the pressure cooker. I'm gonna try that, but I like my wings crispy.
Yeah.
And like all the pressure cooker stuff requires liquid, and I could probably do like the steaming pre-cook thing, but then throw them in the oven to get them all nice and crisped up, or the air fryer. Yeah, try that at some point.
Air fryer works really well.
I did reheat them in the air fryer after the first night, and totally made some homemade potato skins in the air fryer.
Ooh.
Those are good.
I had a couple of pieces of reheated Lee's famous recipe chicken.
Nice.
Heated up in the air fryer today. So much better than reheated in the microwave.
Oh yeah. So much quicker than trying to do it in the oven too.
Yeah.
And all these people watching are like, who knew we were going to come in here to watch drawing and learn about cooking?
Hey, we are multifaceted people here.
I don't know if JD's watching us, but I am tempted to make that lunch lady pizza after you sent me that picture the other day. Like, this might be on the menu.
One of my buddies from high school posted that, and I was like, oh, I gotta send this to Sean.
And I sent you the Fruit Loop pizza, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got talking about it with Nate. And it's like, if they wouldn't put mozzarella cheese on it, I'd totally be down for it. But I don't know. Fruit Loops and mozzarella cheese just don't seem to work in my head.
Yeah, that's not working for me.
I'd totally try a slice, but I'm just thinking there's some ways to improve on this recipe.
Yeah. Definitely.
And Cassie's agreeing with me of throwing the wings in the oven for a few minutes to crisp them up there.
Yeah, my wings got to be crispy.
Oh, yeah. And we did like a Christmas gathering or Thanksgiving or something. I can't remember what it was. And somebody in the family made chicken wings, but they put them in a crock pot. Yeah. I like grabbed one and I'm like, what kind of blasphemy is this? Who the hell did this?
What level of hell have you handed me?
Andre says he'll be here soon.
Promises.
Andre sent me the trailer for shoot, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer.
Oh yeah, the superhero movie.
Yeah, I can't remember the title of it right now, but I gotta watch that trailer. He said it looks funny, so gotta check it out.
Yeah, I saw a picture of them from the movie, but I didn't see the trailer.
They'll be on the watch list for tonight after WandaVision.
Yeah.
Go from WandaVision right into the crazy, funny superhero comedy.
I don't know. We might catch up on some Resident Alien.
I still need to check that out.
Oh, that's so funny. He is so good in that.
Oh, that dude's awesome in just about everything.
Is he going to be? I don't think he is, but you might have heard something I didn't. In the Cassian series?
No, he actually came out and said he's not in season 1.
Okay.
But he said he's not in season 1. So hopefully that means there's a season 2. And he'll be in for season 2. I mean, I don't know how much time they're going to do before Rogue One took place. So, but there's a lot of rumors going around that Obi-Wan is going to make an appearance.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Hi.
Yes. Oh.
I'm going to talk to our friend.
Oh, okay. All right. I've been put on notice.
Put on notice. So I got to squirrel you from here on out, huh?
Right.
Correct.
Producer B is going to talk to your friend and mine and ours. And I have been told to behave.
Aye, aye, Captain. Warner wants to know if we've listened to Rockstar Andre's interview over on the Marvel Card Collectors podcast.
I have not, but it is on my to-do list.
I have not. We'll see what I get accomplished this weekend.
Where he sent me the link, so I'm definitely going to. I just haven't. I had a busy day today, running errands and stuff. I had to. You'll get a kick out of this. I get a half panicked call from my mom. She hasn't been getting her mail. She's been getting like junk mail, but she hasn't been getting bills and stuff.
Okay.
So I said, okay, well, Mom, well, here's a way to fix that. Call people. Is it the same payment every month? She's like, no, it varies. I said, okay. I said, well, what you do is you call them and say, hey, here's what's going on. I haven't got my mail. I'm having issues. And you send them, ask them what the balance is. Send them, tell them you write a check and it's in the mail. I said, you have to communicate with these people. It's the people that don't communicate with them that get popped with late fees and get popped with the credit thing. And stuff like that. If you talk to them and communicate with them and they know money's coming, you're good.
Yeah.
So she got up to the post office, and this is what they told her. They have had such a hard time with new employees coming in and quitting, walking in, dropping off the bag of mail, giving them their whatever keys to the mailboxes and stuff and saying that they quit. And so mail hasn't been getting delivered. In some cases, mail has been thrown away. And I was like, wait, back up. Mail has been thrown away. I said, do you realize that it's a federal crime?
Yeah, it is.
So that's what the lady told her. And I was like, so she admitted that they're committing a felony.
Wow.
So, because my mom's house is in between like two streets, so it's back off the road, and you got a bear to the right, and it's kind of tucked back in these little woods, so you can't see it from the street. So the whole time growing up, it was hell to order a pizza or Chinese food.
Oh yeah.
Before Google Maps and all that stuff. So I went to the gym today, and then I went over to the hardware store, and I bought a little mailbox, license plate where you can put your address, with white reflective letters.
Oh yeah.
I did that, and I made a little arrow pointing, that way.
Yeah.
And I went over there, and she had talked to our neighbor at the end of the driveway, and he said we could hang something on his fence pointing back. So I went over there real quick and installed that for her. And then I went to the BMV to get my my tags for my car. I got to get I have to get my license renewed because it expired this year, but I've got 90 days to do that. So I didn't have all my documentation for that, but I knew I could still get my tags. So I did that. Well, they moved.
Oh, no.
Now, thankfully, it was only across the street and around the corner. So I got to do that. So it's been a fun day of errands.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, crisis averted at the old mom house, and I got half of my mission at the BMV done. So I did get something accomplished.
Yeah, that reminds me, the birthday's rolling around. I got to get new tags for the car.
Yeah, it only took me longer to get my sticker than it did to do the mom thing.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to. Everybody was like crammed inside the door when I walked up, and I was like, "This isn't good. They're not going to let this go."
Oh yeah, yeah.
And of course, they sent people outside. So yeah, it took me, I don't know, an hour and 10 minutes to get my tags.
Ouch.
So, which is not too bad on a Friday, but I was there, so I figured, why not?
Yeah.
Just get it out of the way. And yeah, so came back here and got back to work.
Fun.
Oh yeah. Adulting. Boring.
Yeah. Adulting. You can have it back.
Yeah. None for me, thanks.
I'm good. I've hit my quota.
No, please.
Return to sender.
Yeah.
Oh, so much brown.
It is so brown. It's okay. I've got so much blue. There we go. There we go. At what point do you just decide that the marker is shit and you have to replace it because you keep putting ink in it and it keeps drying up on you?
It doesn't take much anymore. It's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, this is useless to keep trying to replace parts and, keep trying to, put ink in there and it's just going to waste because it's just drying right up.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about it on here before and people asked about it and whatnot, but there was definitely a quality control issue that they had.
I think they've still got it.
Yeah. They still got some kinks to work out on that.
I just put a whole shit ton of ink in this marker.
Oh.
All right, let's do this. I'm going back in, Fred.
Uh-oh.
Once more into the ink of this. Okay.
Alert the authorities.
Yeah. Damn, that stem is dry as a bone. Good thing is I can pretty much do this. I mean, how many times have you seen me do this at a show?
Refilling the marker?
Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
You know what I say? Only pussies use needles.
There you go.
I just iron drop, son. Iron drop.
Oh yeah, that's the way I do it. I pull the damn nib out and just start dumping ink.
Yep. About 50 or so drops. Or if I'm going to use it a lot, 70.
Little dabble, do you?
Little dabble do you. All right.
Well, that marker's shot. Gonna need new E47.
Yeah, I've got my list.
Yep, E47. Bingo.
Put a B91 on that list. I've got 2 B91s and they're both shit.
I don't have that color.
Yeah, it's this nice battleship gray blue.
E47. You're welcome.
Is that like terracotta color?
It is dark brown, but it's a rock.
Oh yeah, it's fossilized.
All right. Let's see.
All right. There we go. Works well when it's got juice in it.
That's what she said.
I thought of a line, but I just squirreled myself. I was told to behave when she walked up the stairs. So. All right. There's that.
All right, we're still going to have to work with the old camera focus thing here because now it's like all out of whack.
Oh, yeah, it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, let me see if I can do it on the fly here.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Crazy Pants just arrived.
Crazy Pants.
Yeah, and you just walked in. All right, come on, focus, 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 focus.
Look, I focus. Now see your. There you go. Look at that dry skin.
Oh yeah. Doesn't help when I wash my hands about 1 billion times today because I was literally slinging ink.
Yeah.
Come on, focus. My camera needs some focusing.
I'm gonna try me some of that Captain Squatch soap.
Oh yeah.
They've been advertising.
Get them ads too on the old YouTube, do you?
Oh yeah.
It's either the Captain Squatch or the Manscaped 3.0.
Which they're actually funny. So
oh yeah,
I don't mind those because they crack me up.
Producer A, producer D just made his way for the front door.
Uh-oh.
He made his way. And now he's going upstairs.
There's plenty of places up there to go, right?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of stuff to get into. I needed a sock, guys.
you trade me for these chickens? Well, of course. Of course I'll trade you for a piece of chicken. Here you go.
Gotta bribe the dog.
Buy it with yourself. It's actually Dad's job. It's not your job. You get up to this me now? You were gonna cuddle with me and then you changed your mind.
It was so nice out today when I was at the BMV. I left my jacket in the car
Nice.
because when the you get in your car and your car's hot, it's 49 degrees outside, but when you get in your car, it's like 80 degrees because the sun's got it all heated up.
Oh yeah.
So I just had my T-shirt on, and it felt good to me. And there were people in line with jackets and stuff on, and they were all hovering together and complaining about how cold it was. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And we were in the shade, and I was still good.
I would have probably been freezing my butt off.
It's weird because sometimes I do. Like when I went to the gym, the last 2 days I went to the gym, I had a hoodie on one day and I had my sweatshirt on today, and I just couldn't get warm. But like today out, I was hot, so I just didn't. Now I had a jacket on when we were messing with that address plate out on the driveway. But yeah, like 20 minutes later, I was in a T-shirt in the same weather. It's weird.
That's crazy. I mean, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when we hit like 60, I took Indy out and we were wandering around the yard, and he perked up real quick, and it's like, oh great, what's he caught on to? And I turned my head, and 2 kids come walking by, and it's 60, so it's not like it's that warm.
Right.
There's one girl wearing like a hoodie and dressed for what seems to be appropriate for the weather outside, and then the other girl is wearing shorts and a T-shirt. I'm just like, holy crap, that's got to be cold right now. He did. Producer D is making his way for the stairs again.
Hey. Let's see. Cassie says, those are looking amazing, guys. I love how inks bring everything to life. Yeah, me too. Andy says, what's up, guys? Sorry late to the game tonight. While you're drawing, I'm cutting down cards to mail out to people. You go, son. You cut them cards.
I shut all the doors. You can't go anywhere.
Tell him who's boss, producer B, producer A.
And then he's going to fire right back, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
He's like that pirate in that Tom Hanks movie. He's like, I'm the boss now.
Are you a pirate? Well, sort of. Okay, I'll behave. Where were we at? We were at when I drove Tuesday. We stopped. There's this little mom and pop hamburger diner over one of the little towns. We went to Louisville, so we took the back roads and came back, and then we stopped. It's called Kelly J's.
Okay.
It's like a ice cream stand / burger joint in the summertime. So we go in there because we would like to. One, we try everything we can to avoid chains, and it's a mom and pop place, so we want to support small local businesses. And we'd been there. We were there last week, and we stopped in this week. And the boys from the fire department were there, and of course, they no sooner than they got their food ordered and waited 5 minutes, all their alarms went off, so they had to.
Oh, jeez.
Jet up out of there, and they made the young kids stay and get the food and take it back to the house. But the waiter, who we hadn't seen in there before, he was dropping all these movie quotes, and I didn't really notice it at first because I wasn't paying attention to it because me and my coworker were talking. But he said, somebody said something, and he said there is no something, only Zool. And he was like waiting for one of the girls to acknowledge it. Of course, they don't know anything about it because, they don't. Like, obviously, they're not into, they're not nerds. So he was a little disappointed. You could tell he was crestfallen. And one of the girls said something to him. He says, "I don't know, man. Nobody got my Ghostbusters reference, so I just quit talking," or something like that. And I said, "Oh, I got the Ghostbusters reference," and he perked up. And, I said I was getting ready to say that, and to ask if you were the gatekeeper. So we started going back and forth, and everybody was looking at us like, "What is with you two goons?"
Nice.
Like Nerds Unite.
There you
Like
go.
that commercial, that sci-fi commercial, that the commercials that they always play. You've seen those commercials, haven't you? It's a geek thing.
Oh yeah. They usually break in on whatever show that's going on, and then that's usually when they do like their little nerd update, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I catch them every once in a while. I honestly haven't been watching TV a whole lot lately.
Yeah, well, this was on the I really don't either, other than Sports Center or Ancient Aliens. Although I do watch. When I say watch, I mean it's on in the background.
Yeah.
Mysteries of the Abandoned.
Okay.
Stuff like that on the Science Channel. Those are actually really cool. But yeah, when we watch the Resident Alien, they run those little commercials all the time.
Nice.
On the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been listening to all sorts of stuff while I work, and unless it's something I've seen like a billion times, like I try to avoid stuff like that because usually it's something like I want to see and I want to know what the heck's going on, so I kind of avoid it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I let Ancient Aliens play in the background, because I've seen a lot of them. I've seen most of them, 10 times. And
yeah, that's usually like a good go-to for me.
Yeah.
But like, well, we don't have the History Channel unless I actually like turn on like the History app or something now.
That's right.
YouTube doesn't carry it. So like I've been taking like deep dive on all sorts of weird stuff on YouTube and just playing stuff in the background. And I think I've brought it up on here before in the past, but like I love listening to Minty and his top 10 things you didn't know about all these different movies.
Yeah.
And the other day I watched the Spaceballs episode. So it's like, all these things that you didn't know about Spaceballs.
Huh. Like what?
And, he talked about like people that were up for being cast in certain parts and who didn't want to play parts, and how he had to get permission from Lucas to do some of the stuff. And Lucas said, yeah, you can do it, but you can't sell toys. So that's why they made the joke about all the merchandise stuff in the movie, is because George Lucas told him no. But George Lucas absolutely loved the movie. He actually wrote Mel Brooks a letter after they did the movie.
Nice.
And Mel Brooks wanted it to be as good, if not better, in special effects than Star Wars. So they actually hired ILM to do the effects. I didn't know that.
Huh. I did not know that either.
Andre's here, and he says, oh man, that werebear thing looks awesome. Well, thank you, sir. So He is a skinwalker werebear.
He is very wary berry. Let's see.
I just wish he showed up better on camera because one of these days I'm going to figure out this dang focus thing.
One of these days.
Yeah, shoot, I closed the app. I was wondering if if I could manually do it. I hope that doesn't work. I don't know. Oh, he was referring to the blue guy, but your dude looks good too.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, thank you.
I didn't know Stitch was a werebear.
He is a werebear. Werebear without a care. Not a care to spare.
I absolutely love Lilo and Stitch.
Me too.
I got hooked on it when the movie came out. I went and got the behind the scenes animation book that they put out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I even watched some of the behind the scenes things that they were putting out as the movie was getting ready to come out, and they did all these interviews with Chris Sanders on how they did the animation and junk, and never really dawned on me too much until a few years ago when we were at Comic-Con, and I went and I met Chris Sanders at his booth.
Yeah.
And I picked up some sketchbooks and stuff from him. But it didn't really dawn on me that he was the guy behind all the stuff. He was actually the director and the voice of Stitch and all this stuff. And I was like, oh crap, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think I kind of had the same experience because I've got a Lilo and a Stitch. I'm pretty sure it's him. Sketches that he did for me, and I think it was San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't realize at the time. I just, like you, I was a huge fan of Lilo and Stitch because for the longest time, I wanted Disney to do something in space. And we got Lilo and Stitch, and then we got Wall-E. Of course, Wall-E was Pixar.
Oh, we gotta go down that rabbit hole again.
I was gonna say, but we already covered those bases.
Well, yeah, and the thing that really hooked me instantly, and whoever was in charge of doing the marketing was just genius. When the first couple of trailers came out, and they were just the little teaser trailers where they didn't give you much of anything, but the trailer was set to Back in Black, and it was oh, I'm sold. They're using AC/DC to promote a movie. I am there.
I don't know that I remember that.
Yeah, it was the first couple of trailers. That was what hooked me instantly. It was okay, I'm gonna sit down and pay attention to this.
Huh.
And then that movie came out when we were in college, so I think we went to the theater a couple times to go see it, and then at some point the school played it in the student union. Producer A is asking which movie. Apparently, she's not been paying attention to us. Lilo and Stitch, there, Producer A.
Yeah, I actually went. I think I went 3 times in the movie theater and saw it. And the last 2 times I went by myself because, we would go as a group. All the friends and stuff, and then I just went back because I enjoyed the hell out of it. Had to go see it again, but that's always fun. Being the big burly guy in the movie theater by yourself with mom and all the kids, and you've got you've got the big ass bag of popcorn and a giant soda, and you're sitting there laughing and everything with them, and they're all like, "What's this dude's deal?"
Yeah. Like, sir, think your bus is waiting for you outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy remembers the Back in Black trailers.
Oh, I don't remember those. I'm gonna have to go look those up on the YouTubes.
Yeah, I'm sure they got to be there. If not, they're probably on the DVD.
Okay. My desk is covered in blue markers, varying shades of blue.
Mine's covered in brown markers.
There we go. There we go. I'll start making my little sound effects.
Oh, let's see here.
That sounded fun.
Yeah, I gotta shake up the old Posco paint pen.
There you go. All right. Do you make sound effects when you're working?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
More so when I'm trying to figure out a pose.
Yeah. And I'll sit here and I'll just be like zoop, 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 bloop, bloop, bloop. I think I do it more in the mornings when I'm still not really awake, or late in the day when when it's time to quit.
Yeah, I get a little slap happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either making sound effects to whatever I'm doing, or I just start making my own soundtrack.
Been there.
It's usually the time where I'm sitting there like deep in thought, working on a piece, and it's like, hey, it would be an awesome guitar riff.
Hey, speaking of Sam and Twitch,
Nice segue.
you like that? So at the end of the night, Tina's got to go. We got a new foster cat.
Okay.
So she goes up and she spends some time with him. He's a really cute cat. His name is Gomez.
Nice.
He's 5 years old. He's very, very sweet, very affectionate. So she goes up and spends about half hour or so with him, playing with him. And I was still down here in the basement, and I hadn't touched my Sam and Twitch graphic novel since I got them. So I was like, oh, I'm going to sit here and read the first issue. So I cracked open the trade and I read the foreword, and I got into it. I'm like, Jesus. And I forgot that because, I haven't looked at that book since the 90s. And they're using, you know, the F word and shit, and it's Bendis at its best, you know, crime novel, and in a superhero world. And I'm like, God, this book was so amazing. And I found myself doing the same thing that I did in the 90s. Was I was just sitting there completely transfixed with the coloring, and I just started cracking up because it's the same thing that I did back then. I would open it up to read it, and I'd spend all my time looking at the coloring, and it's just such an amazing book. And it's gruesome, and it's gritty, and it's very adult themed, and it's a comic book, you know.
Yeah. I gotta look and see if I have issues of that. Because I for the longest time I was huge into Spawn. I picked up, like, I forget which issue I started on, but man, I had like everything. Once I started getting into it, I had everything, you know, everything that they put out.
Yeah. Well, we stopped at the comic shop the other day because we were looking for a couple of trades for my birthday, and they had the new issue of Spawn in, and I was flipping through that, and I almost told Mike, and I have never had a pull list in my life, and I almost told him to make me a pull file and to put whatever Spawn comes out in there, but I don't. I don't want to start. I don't want floppies.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about the trades. Like I was picking up the new Joker that Jimenez did the artwork on, the Joker War.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were standing there, and he was ringing me out, and there was a shelf over by the door that had other trades on it. And Tina's like, well, and Tess, the Mike's wife, Tess, the two people that own the shop, because Tina held up the one thing, and she said, what about this? And Tess said, oh, that's actually got the entire story of what you've got right here. This is just part of the story, but that's got all the tie-ins and everything. So I was like, okay, well, give me that instead. What was the point of my story?
Buying trades.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything about adding Spawn to a pull list because I don't want to buy the single issues. It looks amazing, but one, I don't go to the comic book. That's probably the first time we've been to the comic shop in 3 months. You know, I don't go there on a regular enough basis. And
yeah, that's my problem. I don't go in regularly enough. Thankfully, I can usually get whatever I'm after.
Right.
I don't pick up a lot of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the shop here, they've usually got a pretty good selection of stuff on hand, or can get it fairly quickly.
And the cool thing, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I really wanted to pick up Last Ronin, so they finally came out with either the second or the third printing, and the shop finally got some, and I picked up the book, not realizing that it was like an oversized book, like oversized both in number of pages and like physical dimensions. It's bigger. It's like bigger than magazine size.
Oh, yeah. See, those get on my nerves.
Now, I like them because then I can stare at the artwork a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I guess there's that.
And I really wanted to check out the story, so I turned to the shop owner, and I'm like, you know, because it's a $9 book, and I was like, is it that much because it's just bigger? And he's like, yeah. He's like, wait a minute, you didn't get a first print? It's like, no, they were all gone, and like there was some hang-ups with like the printing and stuff. I don't know, there was a whole bunch of gobbledygook behind the whole thing. And he's like, well, here, good thing you know me. Hands me a bagged and boarded first print. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And it's a neat story. I want to pick up the rest of the stuff and see where it all goes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, that's one of the things. It's like, well, I can try to go in and get individual issues, but I know it's a hot seller, and I know he's probably going to be sold out by the time I make it back in.
Right.
So it's like, well, whatever. So I will probably do the same thing, is get a trade once everything's out and collect it at some point. Because I really want to do that with Darth Vader.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was that guy for so long, and I was, when something like that came out, like when X-Men #1 came out, 6 issues, and I always bought 6 issues of everything. First appearance of Cable, 6 issues. First appearance of Deadpool, 6 issues. That's just always what I did.
Yeah.
And the guys at Comic Book World, they got to, that's back when we were doing a Superior 7, so we were, famous for about 5 minutes. And they would always, I guess that was a official back then. It was the beginnings of a pull list, and they would always pull. And I told him, I said, Dave, I want 6 issues, and that's what I did. I always bought 6 issues, so I was always able to, sell one if I needed a quick cash or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I did that, and I am so not that guy anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because that's back when we were doing comics, and now that I'm doing comics again, I'm older, and it's just like, whatever. I love the trades. So like, Tina overheard me talking about all the Sean Phillips Batman stories. So she went to Amazon and she got the White Knight Returns and the other one.
Nice.
They showed up in the mail, and I'm like, holy crap. She's like, happy birthday. And I'm like, oh, you're awesome.
Yeah.
So and I just sit there and pour through the trades, and it's just amazing. I mean, Sean Phillips is just,
Oh yeah.
those are gorgeous trades.
Yeah. Excuse me. That dude's a beast. I mean, I was like, staring at his I think it was his Twitter feed while they were like putting out previews of some of that stuff. It's I don't know, just gorgeous looking.
Yeah. Let's see. Andy says he makes sound effects when he's coloring.
Nice.
Or when he's lettering.
Nice.
He says Last Ronin is oversized. I have it right here, and it's normal sized. I mean, higher page count, but physical size is standard comic. He says, I take that back. It's more like Golden Age size. Okay.
Yeah, because it wouldn't fit in a standard comic bag and a board. He had to grab a magazine size bag and board to throw it in there. It's a bigger book, and it's nice because you get a little bit more of that. Get to stare a little bit more at the art. It's not completely my cup of tea as far as the art goes. It's a little too simplistic at times, but I still enjoy it.
Right. Who's doing the artwork?
I want to say it's a set of brothers because there's 2 people credited with the same last name, and I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Fair enough.
The book's up in the upstairs loft, so I don't have it sitting here to grab it, but I like it. Eastman's got a hand in writing it, and I can't remember the other writer that's working on it. But it seems like a good story so far, and I want to pick up the other stuff. I know issue 2 just came out.
So what's Laird's involvement in anything anymore?
Excuse me. To be honest, I don't know that he does. After he sold it to Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of doing his own thing. If I remember the Toys That Made Us episode correctly, I think he still has permission to do his own thing with Turtles.
Yeah.
But I don't think he is doing his own thing with Turtles. Not that I recall.
He's just kicking back and enjoying his success.
Yeah, because shit, he sold Turtles to Nickelodeon for millions of dollars.
So like 40, didn't they get like $40 million a piece?
I was going to say 80.
It was at 80? Okay.
But it wasn't a piece. It was just Laird because Laird had bought Eastman out years ago.
Oh, I did not
Yeah,
realize.
if you haven't yet watched it, the Toys That Made Us on Netflix,
Yeah.
and they actually cover the whole ordeal of what went down. And so Eastman's still working on it. He's writing, and Andy just chimed in. He's doing layouts. Eastman does layouts on a lot of the turtle stuff. Because one year at Comic-Con, Josh was talking to Eastman, and he introduced me real quick, and we got chatting, and he's like, "Hey guys, you want to check this out?" Literally pulls out a 3-ring binder with all of his layouts for
Oh wow.
the turtles. And Josh is my go-to turtles expert, and said, "Yeah, Eastman had no rights to them as of when Laird sold it to Nickelodeon."
Huh.
Because he had sold them a handful of years prior. It was something to do with the whole thing when they were doing the Next Mutation show on Fox, and they wanted to add a female turtle.
Yeah.
And that kind of created a rift, and I don't remember where all it went from there. But at some point in time, he got bought out.
That's crazy.
I was just stunned when watching it, and he was like, "Yeah, when I got this first big check, I bought a tank."
Yeah, I remember when he bought a tank. I remember that very well. His 40th birthday, or was it his 30th birthday?
It doesn't matter. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want a tank.
Where are you going to park it?
Wherever I want. It's a tank.
That's true. See Andy's little head sticking out of it, barking as you roll along.
Oh yeah. All right, so Warner says Eastman had no rights to him, which I already read that. Duh. Eastman sold out to Laird after the Girl Turtle fiasco, and then he bought Heavy Metal. And yeah, Eastman was focusing on Heavy Metal because he's been editor in chief for a number of years up until very recently, I believe.
Yeah.
A couple of different folks took over that position, as far as I understand, anyway. And it's cool because I get to say some of the stuff I'm doing is over at Heavy Metal.
Sweet.
We got a new story that's going to be rolling in Spicy Pulp Comics. That's part of the Heavy Metal lineup, and it's a new fun little sci-fi story that we're doing.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to playing around with that here soon.
What capacity? What are you doing? Are you art or coloring? Or?
I'm coloring that one. It's the same creative team that I was working with on Dude Bro.
Okay.
And it's like I said, it's in Spicy Pulp. It's the same book that Dude Bro was in, but now we're doing a new story, and I know it's been announced, so I can say the name. It's called Strawberry Milk, but it is totally old school, like sci-fi, straight up heavy metal. Like it's a hot chick with a bunch of big guns.
Okay. The 90s.
Yeah. And Warner's saying Seeley's editor-in-chief. Seeley is an editor, but I don't know if he's editor-in-chief. Editor-in-chief, I believe, is I can't remember the fella's name. I'm totally blanking on it. He used to be the editor-in-chief over at Lion Forge, and then a couple of other smaller publishers. Now he's over at he's over at Heavy Metal. Joseph Illage. I'm probably butchering that. Yeah, he's the executive editor. Joseph E. Illage.
Executive editor. Let's see.
I'm absolutely like stumped on what else I can do to my my skinwalker here.
I think you should give him some rabbit ears.
Throw a couple of little rabbit ears up there. Actually, I do know one little thing I'm going to add. And speaking of skinwalker, let's see if I can get autofocus to work on this thing.
Hey.
No, of course it doesn't want to focus on that. There we go. Oh, I had it. Come on, focus. Really got to work on this here camera. I'm trying. It's just not happening.
Push it up a little bit. There you go.
There, we'll do it that way.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, we got the coasters in. All the stretch goals except for the map are all in the house. All the stickers, all the bookmarks, the charms.
Good. That's good.
All right. I think the Skinwalker is officially done.
That's awesome. Looks really good.
Thank you.
What? When's your packing party?
Packing party, I don't know yet. We'll know as soon as we get the books on order. We're finishing up. I got a handful more pieces of stuff to color, and stuff's got to get those placed in the book. But I'd say like probably 98% of the book is done as far as getting the layout and stuff. Basically just got to drop in these files. And then we'll go off to the printer. The nice thing is the printer only takes about a week.
Oh, that's good.
And a half. And so that'll be the book printer, and then our other printer will be doing all the prints and all the like reprints of the comics and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they said that they'll have all the stuff to us within kind of the same amount of time. So hoping that we're not too far behind schedule and maybe the next 2 weeks, something like that. But we will keep everybody abreast of the situation.
You said breast.
I did.
I can't wait because I tell you, I had so much fun. The stories that I wrote in that, those were so much fun to do. I can't wait to see them.
The one I got to read in depth was the Frogman story, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was a little worried that was gonna be a little too silly, but
no, I think it works. I think it gives it a nice little mix, and it's kind of funny. Like I kept, and I know I shared this little bit of information last night, but I kept, like kicking around an idea of like, okay, where's the book go next when we do the next issue? What are we going to do? How do we tell the story? Blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, again, in the shower, the whole sensory deprivation thing kicked in. It's like, I know where it's going. And I was able to work in all this other stuff. The stuff's like, let me guess, you put this in the story. I'm like, I did, and it works. I have jotted down about 2.5 pages of notes of like all the stuff that I came up with and how it all ties together, and so we can hopefully finish the story arc with it. But I was able to work in all the other stuff and do little callbacks to stuff from the Cryptids book that hasn't yet made an appearance in the story proper.
You just love those little eureka moments in the shower.
Oh yeah, it's just like, ding ding ding, we have a winner. Andy's asking page by page. Now we are using Artist Express for the comics again and all the prints. And then Mix'em is who we are using for the Cryptids book, because we are going all out on this thing. It clocked in at what's our current page count, Producer A? 76 pages. We started out with 64 and it grew to 76. So it's going to be a hefty book in some respects, but we're going all out doing like satin pages and soft touch cover and like the whole works.
It's gonna be a nice looking book.
I hope so. And Andre is like really late to the party, or his comments just aren't showing up on time. Hot chick, big gun sounds like my type of content. I think it's a fun little story. I've only gotten to see a handful of the pages so far, but I loved the pitch idea when I was sent the little thing of, hey, do you want to do this? I'm like, yes, please.
That's cool. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I don't remember when it's supposed to like debut, but I'll be working on it. Mostly in April, it sounds like, at least for the first bit. One teaser image is out there already over on the Spicy Pulp Facebook page.
I'll have to go check that out.
It was basically like he gave me a description. He wanted like bright colors, and I forget how else he described it. And so basically the first thing that popped in my head was Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. And so I like did a little quick screen grab on my phone, and I was like, you mean like this? And he's like, that's perfect. So I was like, okay, I'll see what I can come up with.
Cool. I'll definitely be checking that out tonight.
It's some fun. It's hopefully people will dig it.
All right. We ready to call it?
I think so. I'm totally stumped on this thing. I think I'm calling it done.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just laying in basic colors here, and I'll go in and add some shading and stuff and some highlights to him.
I dig it.
Thank you.
He's like super smooth. Like you must have had those markers like super loaded up.
Yeah, I filled up my B91. I went back and hit the Battleship Gray blue a third time and really smoothed a lot of it out. This is a little streaky here, but
I can't see it on camera. Like on camera, it looks like it's like just absolutely solid.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's really solid.
I mean, dude, take it. I mean, it totally looks that way.
Cool. Yeah. Years of practice.
There you go.
There we go.
So, are you going to be streaming this weekend?
No
streaming.
No, if I'm doing Monday through Friday, I'm not doing Saturday and Sunday. So
I couldn't remember what the schedule was like this week. I know you drove, but I couldn't remember how many days and whatnot. So
yeah, I'm only driving one day a week right now.
Okay.
There was a couple guys at work that were hogging a bunch of hours and fabricating hours and stuff. So corporate came down and said 4-day work week. Yeah. So right now my services are not in high demand. So 1 day a week, and working, doing the stuff that I'm doing with you, that works for me because we're busy.
Yeah, there you go.
We're about to get busier. So yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Well, cool. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching our zaniness for the evening. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Friday and great rest of the weekend. Watch all those crazy fun movies that debuted everywhere this weekend. Watch the WandaVision. And that's all I got, folks.
All right. That's enough.
All right, everybody.
Thanks everybody for joining us. And I echo Sean's thing. Get out there and watch some creatives as they do their stuff.
Yes.
All right. Night all.
See you, everybody.